Man, we back. I don't know what the hell going on. Little small technical difficulties. Uh, but like I said, we back. Let me get this thing back cracking again for y'all, man. And we're gonna pick up right where I left, where we left off. Uh, oh no. All right. So I ain't even gonna worry about that right now. Let's see. Like the old folks say, how the old folks say, the devil is a lie. With these computers and shit, man. Let's start this thing over again, man. Since they barely let me get into it. And let's get it, man. All right. There we go. Let's get it, man. Y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy, PG the Hustler, man. Welcome to another episode of Talkin Shit. Y'all see the title. If y'all chiming in, y'all see the title. They done found cocaine in the White House. Let's go. We tried to do this before. Now let's go.
Per the intrigue over the holiday, can you give any more details on where the Secret Service found cocaine in the West Wing and how it got there?
So, as you know, this is under the purview of the Secret Service. They are currently investigating what happened over the weekend. So, I would have to refer you to the Secret Service on all of this. But one thing that I can share, that I'll share a little bit or more information. As you know, the president and the first lady and their family were not here this weekend, as you all reported on this, and as you also know that they left on Friday and returned just yesterday. Where this was discovered is a heavily traveled area where many White House, West Wing, I should be even more specific, West Wing visitors come through this particular area. I just don't have anything more to share. It is under investigation by the Secret Service. This is in their purview, and so we're going to allow certainly the investigation to continue, and we have confidence that the Secret Service will get to the bottom of this. Go ahead.
Has the president said, hey, let's get to the bottom of what happened here?
Well, I just said that we have confidence that the Secret Service is going to get to the bottom of this. As you all know, the president follows all the reporting.
Nigga,
here,
don't make me repeat
and he
myself.
certainly was briefed by
just
his
said
staff
that shit,
on
nigga.
everything that we know so far. But the Secret Service is investigating this, is investigating what happened over the weekend, and we have confidence that they will get to the bottom of this.
Boom. So look. Let's back this up. I got to talk my shit. Somebody done dropped the motherfucking bag at the White House. So look. It's funny thing. Y'all got to watch about how they doing this. Let's just get straight to it. First thing she said. So everybody and anybody can rule out the president and the first lady and more than likely Kamala and the second dude or whatever you call him, the second nigga. I don't know what the fuck the nigga called the nigga. But they're going to rule out them automatically. Boom, boom. They said they was gone. They was away. So now we got to figure out if it's some staff. And I bet you. Watch when this shit come down. They're going to say, because it was a high traffic area, they're going to say it was somebody that was visiting the White House. It was somebody that was coming through, that was passing through. It was a visitor. Watch what I say. Mark my words, man. That shit going to be funny as hell. Because the thing is, it don't matter who's there right now or who's not. They're not even saying where they exactly found it. Like, did they find it in the open? Did they find it on the floor? They find it stashed in somebody's motherfucking drawer? They found it on somebody's desk? Did they find it by the water cooler? They didn't say shit. They just said it was found in the West Wing. West Wing, a big place. If anybody ever visited there, West Wing, a big place. A lot of nooks and crannies. And when I watched CNN earlier, the dude said that, which was funny to me, I automatically caught on to the shit just because the nigga said first they said it was a Ziploc bag. They just said it was a Ziploc bag. Yeah, it's a Ziploc bag. First thing anybody think, most of us think that, got any kind of, that know anything about the streets or whatever. You know what I'm saying? First thing you're going to think is, oh, damn, that was a zip. That was an ounce. I'm thinking they said a Ziploc bag. Then they come on later on CNN and says the analyst, not even an analyst, one of the people with inside information, just got more information than they letting the public on to know, slipped and said it was a dime bag of cocaine. He said it was a small dime. So that, now, anybody know those bags are like this little, real little. So y'all know that these bags are little. My first thought was, how did this nigga know it was a dime bag? How does this nigga know the weight and everything of what they? That shit belonged to staff, but they gonna put it on a visitor. We already know how that shit gonna go. We ain't new to that shit, man. We done seen that shit. We lived through that shit. So, and if you don't know, like my dog Waxon say, if you don't know, you lame as hell, boy. Alright. Moving right along, boy. Moving right along, man. Let's see. There's been a lot of stuff going down, man, especially this July 4th, man. Let's get on
this afternoon, prosecutors dropped murder charges
this is an update
against a woman and her son accused in the shooting death of a man during a fight at a fast food restaurant.
I think we brung this to y'all as soon as it happened.
Video came to light showing the victim punching the woman before the gunfire started. Carlicia Hood walked out of jail a little more than an hour ago, hugging her family in relief. And that is where we find CBS 2's Charlie DeMar. He is live with more on today's emotional court proceedings. Charlie?
And Jim and Marie, we were in court as those charges were dropped. Those charges were dropped after the Cook County State's Attorney's Office said they simply could not meet the burden of proof in both of these cases. As you mentioned, Carlicia Hood walked free from the Cook County Jail, and we're told her 14-year-old son was released earlier today from a juvenile detention facility. Carlicia Hood walked free from the Cook County Jail and shared this emotional
that little nigga gonna be
family.
A beast in the hood now.
The reunion comes hours after
got one under his belt, nigga.
Hood and her 14-year-old son were dropped.
And his last name Hood? Well, I think he got lower on.
The charges stem from the fatal shooting of Terry Brown inside the Maxwell Street Express in the West Pullman neighborhood.
Leave with the
Video
wings.
posted to social media shows Hood arguing with Brown inside the restaurant. Prosecutors say that's Brown in the white shirt. Hood then began texting her 14-year-old son, who was waiting outside in the car. Surveillance video shows the teen enter the restaurant and witness Brown hit his mom at least 3 times in the head and face. Prosecutors say that's when the 14-year-old pulled out a gun and shot Brown in the back. Both Hood and her son initially faced murder charges, and she was being held on $3 million bond. Today, those charges were dropped by the Cook County State's Attorney's Office.
You have the right to use deadly force to stop that force against another person. And that's exactly what happened in this case. And that's exactly why the State's Attorney's Office dropped this case today.
Period, point blank.
Now, Hood declined
I knew that shit
to
was going to happen, and I'm glad.
She was released from jail, but her family and her attorney tell me they are relieved that she is home this afternoon, that she will be with family, and they also tell me that they feel that justice has finally been served.
Right.
We are live from the Cook County Jail. I'm Charlie DeMar, CBS 2 News.
Okay,
I'm glad that y'all can hear this. 30K.
Wait a minute. We finna get into that, but I want to get into something right here on this. I know this is an update, but I just want to bring attention to something that I feel nobody is talking about or speaking up on or speaking up about about this whole case. And it's something that kind of bothers me. You know what I mean? So, and I want to let y'all a little bit into me and what I'm involved with, some of the things that I'm involved with, and the reason why I talk about these things, why I talk about this stuff, and a little bit of my stance on these things. And if you listen to any of my music and stuff, you can definitely, you know, my stance on this and why. And I don't fuck with young niggas, but then again, I'm gonna say something else that's really, really, really important. I don't fuck with young niggas because of the moral compass thing. That's a whole nother episode. Young niggas don't have no moral compass, man. A lot of these young niggas are they're being raised ungodly. I mean, and I don't care if it's Allah, Catholic, white Jesus, or black Jesus. I don't care. You need to have faith in something, some kind of faith, because it gives you a moral compass. These young kids don't have no moral compass, and I don't fuck with these young kids, but what I will say is that I am not scared of these niggas. I will fuck one of these niggas up. I will kill one of these niggas, and that's the reason why I do not mess with these niggas. Now, I say that to say this. I'm bringing attention to this right here. This part right here in this video bothers me like nothing else.
Video posted to social media.
We all see, we all can see that there's people standing here. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this shit gets on my motherfucking nerves, man. Okay? We all see is people standing here. This nigga is nuts is swelling up. Whatever the fuck he thought was going on. Nuts probably swelling up because his goddamn jeans too fucking tight. He got his sister's jeans on. So he's got to prove something, okay? Because he's wearing his little sister's clothes. So he's sitting up in here and he's getting all fucking belligerent with this harmless woman. She ain't doing nothing to nobody. There's a man twice his age standing right behind this woman, and I do believe another gentleman right here. The thing that bothers me is that I'm going to play this, and y'all don't watch the dude punching and none of this. Watch this old man and the fear on this motherfucker's face to where he doesn't even protect this woman, bro. And that's the thing I have an issue about with this whole motherfucking case, bro. He did nothing to protect her as a black woman. Even if she was a younger black man and it was two niggas fighting, nobody steps in and breaks this shit up. But this is belligerent. This is out of fucking line. The way this old nigga turns around and leaves soon as he see this man lay hands on this woman. First of all, before he even seen this shit get escalated to this point, okay? Now I'm talking shit now, y'all. All right, this is what y'all came here for. Before this shit gets to this point, why didn't he step in and say, look, it ain't no reason you should be talking to this woman like this. You need to calm your little ass down. Go outside, take a breather, do whatever you need to do, but leave this woman alone. Ain't no way. Soon as he said, say one more word, I'm gonna knock you out, this man should have stepped up and said, nigga, you gonna have to knock me out first, dog. I don't give a damn how old he is. I don't give a shit about that. It comes to the point that there's even another person behind him. Both of them two niggas could have took that little nigga. And I'm saying that because the first time, you could tell he ain't hitting worth shit. The first time he hit the woman, he didn't even knock her out. I'm not saying that he should have. Don't get me, please don't take that shit out of context. I'm saying the nigga weak as fuck. They could have scraped that nigga. But what happened. Nigga went in for motherfucking pizza and came out with wings, dog. But watch this spot. Watch this and watch this old man. Watch the fear on this nigga eyes and watch how he run like a motherfucking bitch.
Shows Hood arguing with Brown inside.
But he's deep into the conversation. He's deep into the conversation to where he's focusing, he's hearing everything while they talking. He sees the arm cock back. Now watch this pussy.
The restaurant, prosecutors say that's Brown in the white shirt.
He says nothing the whole time.
Her 14-year-old son, who was waiting outside in the car. Surveillance video shows the teen enter the restaurant.
Where is our community at?
Hit his mom.
Even these old niggas ain't got no community no more.
Prosecutors say that's when the 14-year-old pulled out a gun and shot Brown in the
back. That's where community starts,
her
man.
Son initially faced murder charges, and she was being held on $3 million bond. Today, those charges were. Video posted to social media shows Hood arguing with Brown inside the restaurant.
Watch.
Prosecutors say that's Brown in the white shirt. Hood then began texting her 14-year-old son of Jeremy Brown inside the Maxwell Street Express in the West Pullman neighborhood.
Watch.
Video posted to social media shows Hood arguing. Video posted.
Bro.
Inside the Maxwell Street Express in the West Pullman neighborhood.
This is the motherfucking point that pisses me off. Right there. The nigga ain't that old. Anyway, I'm not going to spend all day on that shit, man. Y'all know what happened. That's that shit that pisses me off right there about this shit. And once again, like I said, man, where's our fucking community, man? Moving on to the next motherfucking thing, man. Let's lighten this shit up a little bit.
Probably tomorrow.
But still talking about some crazy shit, man. We're going to go on. My partner just put me on and let me know about this one right here, man. My girl been acting a fool, man. On my homegirl's girl, on my girl's homegirl. Crazy, man. It's just a crazy situation, man. But watch the girl Suki, man. Watch her go crazy out here, man.
30K. I don't know what her thing is and why she's targeting me and why
stop
she
talking
hates
about people
Cardi
on the
so
net
bad.
like this, man.
But we know that she is mad and she is bitter because she owes that lady $4 million.
4 million reasons to hate Cardi.
Because this what happens.
And ain't paid shit yet. Child. We all sick of you, girl. We is sick of you being a bully, girl. We want you to do some community service. We want you to help the community for once. We want you to stop tearing black women down and hurting us and hurting our feelings and laughing about it and going on your YouTube and making fun of us. We are tired of that. We are tired. 4 million buckaroos. Buckaroos. Just like them teeth. The buckaroos that you got in your mouth. You look like a man. We scared.
I just had to go to some lighthearted.
But I did see you fight. And I know you cannot F with me in no way. Stink. You cannot.
I mean,
I don't want to catch you on them. Because you too old. You old. Now, Wendy was on TV before the age that you are now. And you talking about, I need to give up and I need to quit. And you really care about black women? You don't, because all you do is tear us down. And you judge us. And you make fun of us. And you make all of us feel bad. And you hurt feelings to get paid. To pay Cardi. Child. They said you got more lawsuits out on you.
More lawsuits.
That's what they said. Allegedly,
she can afford the one she got.
I don't feel like she can afford it. I don't feel like she can afford to pay Cardi. And it's like, after you done sat and made up rumors about Cardi, how do you still keep going? You got an ego on you, and that same ego that you got is really a demon. And you think that's your ego. It's a demon that's willing you in, that's making you hurt people's feelings. And now you got to pay your debt. Every day, the purses are going. The shoes are going. The pots in your house are going. The furniture is going. Everything is going. Everything is leaving. Every day. Every day. You still make time to bring down black women. Why you don't talk about some white folk? Shit. Talk about some white folk. This the tea. Baby, this ain't even tea. This is Don Julio.
Don't mind me. I got get my Kevin Durant on.
Desperate, child. She's desperate and she need help. 30K is who we're talking about. I don't know who Tasha K is. I'm talking about 30K. How do you post a video of you asking your husband, do he want to hunch on you, and him saying no? Somebody send me this video. Send me this video. It's really funny because then he's just like, what is this?
That's bad, man.
What is this? What is this? What is this? And the only reason why she telling everybody she broke because she don't want nobody to say it before she can say it, but keep saying it because you don't like it.
You're broke.
You're broke. You don't like Owen Cardi, girl. You don't like Owen her. Bitch, you're sick of her. You hate Latinos. She hate everything Spanish now. She hate tacos and she hate red beans too. She hate Mexicans. She hate Takashi. She hates Selena. She hate everything. She hate Nickelodeon and the Spanish people that work for production for Nickelodeon. That bitch hate. She hates Selena. She hate you. Hate Dora the Explorer. She mad at everything Spanish. She mad at the Latinos. Y'all need to beat her. She mad at El Chapo. She mad at everything Spanish. She mad. And you keep telling me to ask Cardi for a feature. I don't know why. Mulatto just got a feature from Cardi. Just now. She just got a feature from Cardi. But I'm not successful because I don't have one yet. That's like me saying you're not successful because you're not on TV like Wendy Williams. And you will never be Wendy. At all. You would never be Wendy Williams in your life, okay? That's not how it works. It was one Wendy. You giving Stimpy. You shaped like Stimpy. And your man look like Ren. Your Ren and Stimpy fat turd looking ass. Name is 30K. Let's get into this tea. Talking about somebody you funny shaped ass. You love talking about that got their body done. Your back bigger than a silverback whale. You ain't. You was a killer whale. You funny shaped looking ass acting like you better than somebody because you done married an African girl. You in that nigga with his scary ass. I'm sick of his motherfucking mouth. I don't think he like women. Cause you look like a man, bitch, you're bald. 30K is shaped like an office chair.
Not an office
An
chair.
office chair. An office chair. She scares me. She scares me. That's why I was so scared. I'm scared of this. I can't stand her. I want her to leave me alone. I want you to leave Cardi alone. How is you sued for $4 million and you still talking about the bitch? She talk about everybody else. She humiliates people. She humiliates people. She the same person talking about other people.
Sleep. She done talked so damn long. They had to hit her. But hey, but that's what I was saying, man. When you can't. I kind of knew this was coming. You know what I'm saying? You know, my wife likes Tasha K. She likes to watch her. And I mean, I've listened to some things. I've watched some stuff. She's entertaining. I'll say that. Especially in the blogger atmosphere, like in the bloggers realm. She's very entertaining. She's loud, real loud. But I mean, you know, hey, people like that. I mean, people like to get their news different kind of ways, man. People like to, and let's be honest, like the world loves gossip, so that's what she does. She's a gossip column, and I mean, I guess in some cases, sometimes you gotta watch, like, cause I guess you have to watch what you put out because you can't think that everybody is a reliable source, because I've watched some of her stuff and she always says, You know, I got this from a source close to them, source close to this person. So there's some things that we must remember too. There's some things that we got to remember as, you know, we watching these people and we watching people blow up, watching people get money, man. There's going to be people close to people that will lie because that person didn't give them the loan that they wanted, or that person didn't give them, you know, buy them the bag that she wanted, or, you know, this people's going to lie. So just because somebody is close to them and they come with some news or some dish or some gossip, you can't always take that shit and run with it, because that shit ain't always gonna be true just because that person is close. I don't care if my mama told you some shit. You ain't supposed to believe that shit unless I tell you that shit, or unless you seen it for your motherfucking self. And that's the way shit works. But we as a society, we so quick to believe the bad news before the good news. You know what I'm saying? If somebody say something such as gossip is never good news. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's called gossip. So people are trained to believe the gossip without question, but they question the lie. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they question the truth. And it shouldn't be like that. Motherfuckers are skeptical of the truth, but they'll believe a lie in a minute. So when you take that kind of shit into court, they end up telling your ass, is this a fact? It's not a fact? Oh, you got it from who? Did you see it? Do you have knowledge? Do you have proof? You don't? Case closed. You owe. Ha! And that's exactly what happened. Because you cannot start shit up. You can't be saying shit about people and say you heard it from somebody else and think that's going to cover your ass. You just can't do that. So, and I did a little searching on the backstory of this. I don't know if y'all want more. Y'all let me know. The reason why she going off so crazy is because Tasha K brung Kill Bill on. You can look it up. Y'all can YouTube this shit. Tasha K brung Kill Bill on and did such like a tell-all interview. So that's the reason. And I guess, you know, people don't want like a lot of their personal business and the things that they go through, the relationship stuff that they go through, to be in the streets. But then again, people do anything for money. So he must have needed that money. He needed another boost. He wanted to be clicked on, and he agreed to this interview. And then this is the backlash. This is what's happening because of this interview. So watch that shit, y'all, to be telling motherfuckers that other motherfuckers told y'all. Period. Flat out.
Story, a mass shooting in Philadelphia's King-Sessing neighborhood. We learned overnight police found a fifth victim who died.
Y'all niggas are embarrassing us, man.
7 people, including 2 children.
It was a horrifying scene. The
couldn't believe this shit when I seen it, y'all.
While he went on that deadly killing spree. The shooting starting around 8:30 last night in the area of 56th Street and Chester Avenue.
A guy with a long gun.
And this is literally last night.
We got somebody with a long gun. 5432 Chester. 5432 Chester. We have 2 victims, juvenile.
That was police radio as the chaotic scene unfolded. Officers put their own lives in danger, engaging the shooter while he was firing with a rifle. 2 people are in custody this morning.
For the latest, let's go on over to Action News reporter Corey Davis. He's live with what we know as of this morning on what has happened.
Tam and Matt, good morning. Yeah, it's a fluid situation. The total number of those injured changing a couple of times, but once again, 7 people shot, were being told by police, 5 of them dead, 2 injured. The two who are injured, the 2 who survived rather, are ages 2 and 13 years old. I want to give you a look behind us here where we are. So the streets are now back open. This is Fraser Street you're looking at. This is like halfway between 56th and 57th. But Fraser Street is where this all ended. Police say the suspect, he was loaded with ammunition and had protective gear on. Take a listen to what Commissioner Outlaw says officers encountered when they came upon him.
Our officers were able to apprehend the male in the rear alley of 1600 Fraser Street. And when they did, this male was wearing a bulletproof vest with multiple magazines in the vest. He also had a scanner and an AR-style rifle and a handgun.
That scanner the commissioner mentioned is a police scanner, listening to radio traffic. So this all started around 8:30 last night in the area of 56 and Chester Street here in the King Sessing section of Philadelphia. Police say people called 911. Others flagged down officers. We're being told those officers found gunshot victims and began preparing to scoop them up in patrol cars to rush them to the hospital. That's when we're being told the officers heard multiple gunshots going off. They ran toward that gunfire, and we're told the officers found the 40-year-old suspect. They ran after him while he was still shooting. Officers say they were able to corner him in the back alley along the 1600 block of Fraser Street. That's when they approached him while he was wearing that bulletproof vest, carrying the loaded magazines, a police scanner, the AR-style rifle, and the handgun. Police were able to take him into custody without any further injury. I want to give you a look at this video, too. It was an emotional scene at Penn Presbyterian Hospital. Family members of the victims who died finding out the bad news. We aren't showing them out of respect for their privacy, but I can tell you they were very emotional and devastated. In all, police once again saying 7 people were shot, 5 are dead, 2 injured. 2 of the survivors are children ages 2 and 13.
This is so sad, y'all.
The 5 people who died range in ages possibly between 20 and 59 years old. So the final victim that police found, the 5th victim who died, they say that he was found about 4 hours later in the living room of a home on 56th Street.
Yeah.
It happened when that victim's father came home and discovered his son on the living room floor with multiple gunshot wounds. Investigators say they believe that homicide is connected because the shell casings in that home match the shell casings, the size and caliber of the shell casings found out here in the street. Another thing is officers also took a second person into custody, saying that they believe that a man picked up a gun during all of this and fired shots toward that initial shooter. So now 2 people in custody. But now reporting
they had a nigga trying to get him.
Channel 6 Action News.
Thank you, Coriand. It was a chaotic scene leading up to the moment police took the suspected shooter into custody. One woman told Action News her grandchild's father was one of the victims.
I just came to get my grandbaby and my daughter and take them to the hospital, and I came back. My house is in a crime scene.
This is the house.
I can't even go in my house.
Getting into a car, just walking down the street?
I think that the man ran up and just started shooting people that was in the outside. So imagine if it was the 4th and everybody out. It's just not safe anywhere.
That was right before. That was on the 3rd. So that was right before. It was Monday. So, talk my shit about this one real quick, then I'm going to move on. My whole thing is for these motherfuckers, and this nigga was black. This thing didn't show the picture. This guy was black. My whole thing is being solution based. Now, all these motherfuckers to stop these mass shootings. There's been a lot of mass shootings. I seen the chart. Not as much as when we first got out of COVID, but it's been a lot of mass shootings this year. I think 365. No, how many days in the year? 365. So it's at 356 or something like that, It's almost like it's like switched days of the year switched, but that's how many mass shootings. Where more mass shooting being defined as more than 3 people being killed in the same spot, or being in the same instance, or being in the same place by the same gunman or multiple gunmen. It could be a mass shooting if it's multiple gunmen, like gang shit and all that kind of stuff. But for all those people that think it's cool and think they gotta go, because reportedly it was said that he was cleaning up the neighborhood. So all these people that think they need to do God's will or whatever they think, whoever's will or whatever crazy fucking shit they on, whatever pipe they smoking or dust they tooting, whatever the fuck they doing is telling them to do this shit. and they end up getting caught without being killed right there on the spot, I say bring back public firing squad. Put that motherfucker up against a wall. Since they wanted to kill people or wanted to throw bullets at motherfuckers, let's see what happened when the shit. Because it's funny how when the police got them dead to rights, they always put their hands up and they can come in clean. They stop shooting when the police get their ass. That's always funny. Most of them. Some of them, they take their own life. A lot of them, they go out in the blaze of glory. But these coward motherfuckers who make it and have killed people need to be put in front of a motherfucking fire squad. Bring that shit back. I don't think anybody in this country would disagree that that's inhumane to bring that shit back to a person who decides to take it upon themselves and shoot multiple people just for the fuck of it. Innocent people for the fuck of it. I don't see nobody who would have an objection to that. And if you got an objection to that, you a motherfucking dim-witted fool and something is wrong with you. Period. And I stand on that shit. And something wrong with your ass. If you think that it's okay for somebody to just kill innocent people and you think that those lives are dispensable. And there's nothing you can say to defend that shit. Literally, there's nothing you can say to convince me that that shit is cool to not return the favor to them motherfuckers. Fuck what you talking about. Argue with your mammy. Anyway, moving right the fuck along. And that's all I gotta say about that shit. That's my shit on that. We don't need no better help.
Police have arrested a man suspected of threatening to blow up former President Barack Obama's home
this shit is
in
wild,
Washington.
man.
Authorities say he had the materials necessary to make an explosive device similar to a Molotov cocktail. And as CBS News' Jeff Pegues explains, the suspect also had an open warrant on January 6th related charges.
Law enforcement officials tell CBS News that 37-year-old Taylor Taranto was spotted in former President Obama's Washington neighborhood this afternoon. When police approached, he ran toward Mr. Obama's home before being arrested with multiple weapons and explosive materials. Officials were concerned because Taranto had been live streaming threats in recent days that have since been deleted. His conversion van parked nearby was adorned with American flags and the words "Patriots Win" written on one of the windows. Taranto was being sought by the FBI and Capitol Police for his role in the January 6th attacks.
It's very troubling. Anytime you have an individual who is focused on
in that van,
an event like January the 6th, who is in a vehicle, who has apparently the materials to make Molotov cocktails, and he's in the close proximity to a former president.
And Jeff Pegues joins me now. Jeff, how much do we know about the suspect and his connection to January 6th?
Well, we're still looking into some of the details. We're getting more information from our sources. But what we're hearing right now is while he's from Washington State, he's been spending a lot of time here in D.C. In fact, our CBS News source is telling us that he has been spotted near the D.C. jail, living out of that conversion van that you saw in that report. And investigators say that is, of course, where January 6 defendants are being held. So he's been spotted near that jail, and some of the threats that he was making online, according to investigators, he was making and live streaming from around that D.C. jail.
And since the suspect already had an open warrant, do we know if authorities were actively trying to locate him? It sounds like he wasn't doing very much to hide himself.
Well, remember how massive this investigation is already. In connection with January 6th, more than 1,000 people have been arrested and charged. So was he on their radar? Yes, he was. They were actively looking for him. According to our sources, he showed up here.
That's how they got him.
To put two and two together, match him to the profile of the person that they were looking for.
Jeff Pegues in Washington. Thanks very much, Jeff.
Y'all think these motherfuckers don't be doing their job or doing their little justice, they doing their shit. Somebody working, because they was looking for his ass and they caught his ass, man. My thing is, all of us, everybody, all of my folks, man, all of my people, man, who got their goggles on, let's just say that. Y'all need to be careful, man. Watch these motherfuckers out here, man. I had an incident, just to share a little bit, my days or whatever, share a little bit of my experiences, which I don't mostly. I was encountered, and with my job, my position now, I'm going all over the place, and I was encountered with a person a white man, who didn't like the fact that I didn't want to be behind him in traffic. So, of course, he tried to confront me, and being is that I'm so much older now. I'm older, and we'll just keep it at that. I'll use a little bit more discernment. I heard a funny term for it today. I'm gonna come back with it. I'm gonna come back to it when I remember it, when it pop up. But I use better discernment being older now. In my younger days, I probably would have been in jail. Me and that nigga would have been fighting like a mug. But I looked at him, paid attention where I was. I looked at him, and I didn't, if y'all know me, y'all know I ain't finna just, I ain't about to back down, but I'm gonna troll you. I don't give a shit. But I go, I'm just waiting on you to make a move, motherfucker. I'm gonna troll the shit out you. But I start not necessarily playing with the dude, but I just start saying, hey, like he jumped out, he hollering at me and shit, like, oh, what the fuck up, man? So I'm looking at him like he crazy and shit, like what's wrong with you, motherfucker? I just start like, what's wrong with you? Like, but it was so crazy because it was other people around, and they were white too, and they watched everything. They seen the whole shit happen, and they seen me not at fault of anything, and they they vouched for me and everything. Long story short, man, dude called the police. Police was called, man. Police came out, took all my shit, took this shit. Asked me that I want to press charges on him when everything got turned around. I mean, and me, y'all already know, man. I'm not the police type, man. I didn't call, fuck them. I ain't the police type, so no. And it wasn't nothing that, somebody else probably would have. Yeah, just press charge on him just to get him in trouble to do whatever. But I mean, you don't get nothing good out of that, man. Don't nothing come out of that. Satisfaction of knowing somebody's in trouble. I mean, that's gonna last 20 minutes, 30 minutes. You're gonna forget about that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't even worth it. Like I said, long story short, we're gonna keep it like that. Long story short, man, it wasn't worth it. I ain't do shit about it. I just thought it was funny. I thought the whole shit was funny because, like I told them, I said, I don't know what the fuck he going through. If hey, who knows? You know what I'm saying? This old lady might be getting all ran up and through there, getting took all up and through there, you know what I'm saying, by somebody, and he found out, he tripping, he upset. But I don't know where all that hostility came from, you know what I'm saying, just because I went on about my motherfucking business doing my shit. But y'all gotta watch these games that people play. And I say all that to say this, man, like, who knows? That shit was a pure bait moment. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a black man in a white fucking city. Like, that shit is going to go down bad for me. Period. You know what I'm saying? Period. Motherfucker gotta use a little bit of discernment, man, when you doing things and picking different little battles and being tested with things. There was no way I was getting ready to give up my motherfucking money that I'm making to support my fucking family, and any of my fucking dignity by stooping to this fucking asshole's, this fucking dick faces level. And like the ladies, this funny, one of the white ladies said, and this is funny, and this lets you know where people are headed with this, and how when like-minded people, I'm not gonna say that because I don't know if that lady was like-minded, but I'll say when other cultures understand other cultures, and this is a long conversation, this is too deep to get into. A white lady was like, because he was in like an old ass beat up fucking Jetta or some shit. The white lady was like, "Oh, maybe he wanted your wheels." This was the old lady's, the white ladies. Maybe he wanted your wheels. Because she was wondering like why he jumped out like all crazy. And I'm thinking to myself immediately. I thought like I'm like, you know, hey, I ain't the sharpest motherfucking knife in the box, but I'll cut your motherfucking ass. You know what I'm saying? I ain't stupid. You know what I'm saying? So I got to thinking like, man, she really just said like, and I put two and two together, and I'm like, what she really means to say is he seen a black man in a corporate environment doing better than him with, you know, different material possessions that were above his, and it was like a jealousy thing. So I immediately broke that down as to that's what she was saying. You know what I mean? And in so many words, like, and it was weird. Like, so that's why I said, man, life throws some different things at y'all, man. Y'all use your motherfucking head, man. Use your noggin, man. Think about everything, man. Calculate that shit, man. You know what I mean? Measure twice, cut once, man. You know what I mean? So, and by all means, everybody always say it, but for real, if you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready, man. You don't gotta get ready, and that don't mean just physically. That's mentally too. You know what I'm saying? Stay ready. You ain't gotta get ready, man. When these motherfuckers come at you with this bullshit, so y'all watch out for the bait and switches out there, man, because that's what they doing. We all know these Karen and these motherfucking Kens is out here baiting and switching motherfuckers. Because as soon as I'd have jumped on him, police would have pulled up and I'd have been whooping on him. Bait and switch. I wouldn't have been nothing I could say it because I would have whooped his ass. It would have been nothing that I could have said. Oh, he started it. What that look like? Nah. You know what I mean? Always be ready. Mentally. You know what I'm saying? And physically. Because there's a lot of shit going on here too, man. Y'all watch out for these motherfuckers in these vans and these motherfucking Trumpers, man. And these January 6 people in these Q faces and these Q balls, all these niggas, man. I'm gonna call them all out their name, man. Fuck these niggas, man. Hey, y'all, they want something that they ain't fighting for us, man. You know what I'm saying? They ain't fighting for everybody. They want shit to just be cool, be normal. They're scared. You know what I'm saying? Like their backs against the wall, they fighting. And we ain't gonna get too deep into that. You know what I'm saying? If you want to, we can. Y'all just holler at me. Drop some shit in the comments, man. As always, if you know me, hit me up, DM me. Like, share, subscribe this shit, man. The show will be out tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in to the live. And we just gonna keep this shit rolling, man. Y'all know how it is. Like I said, man, everybody who come through here, I consider y'all my family, man. And I love y'all for stopping through, man. Appreciate it. And I'm gonna just keep coming at y'all with some of this shit, man. And, you know, letting y'all know what the fuck going on out here, y'all. And stop bringing bags and stop dropping your bags in the White House, man. Whoever did that shit. Ha ha! Stupid ass. They probably got to the crib and was like, fuck! Hey, man. I'm out, man. Y'all have a good one, man. Y'all stay safe, man. And as always, be on the lookout, man. I got a couple things dropping, man, coming out, man. I just, you know, I'm doing my shit a little different, man. Y'all gonna catch my little marketing, man. Like, follow, subscribe, and y'all will know In My Own Lane is on his way out this summer. My birthday's approaching fast. I still got a couple things going on, so it's not gonna be on my birthday. I will have an official date for y'all within a couple of weeks. I promise. Everything is in the works. We rolling it out. I'm getting ready to drop 2 more singles off of that. Actually, I'm gonna drop 2 singles off that project. Period. And shit, cause this shit, everything on this y'all have never heard. If y'all been to my Spotify, everything on this in my own lane project, y'all have not heard. So y'all gonna love it, man. Stay on the lookout for that. If you don't know, I'm gonna do like my dog Wax Son say again. If you don't know, you're lame, boy. Go follow PG the Hustler, man, on all streaming platforms. What they call them? DSPs, digital service providers. All DSPs, man. PG the Hustler, man. Peace.